Hi, it's Mike from TV, and today I want to talk about organizing hardware. I think the easiest way to organize your screws is to standardize the screws that you're using. So just always buy the same screw. And the way that I make sure that I always buy the same screw, I know this seems real simple, is that I actually cut out the little piece, and I even put the bit that's needed for the screw on the piece of paper, and I put them in these bins, right? Now, what that enables me to do is I have kind of like my standardized screws. I have my drywall screws, you know, my longer 2.5 inch drywall screws, and then I have my 1 5/8 drywall screws. I have some trim screws in here. So if you're doing trim and you need screws, I even throw this in here. So I know exactly what it is. When I run out, I put more in here. You can see these are 2.5 and these are the 3 inch. I also keep them, if they're the same type of screw, like this is these are white trim screws and these are white trim screws, but 2 different sizes, I don't put them right next to each other. In the beginning, I had them like next to each other, but then you tend to, maybe when you go to put it back, you don't know which one to put it back. When it's over here, you pull a couple out, you kind of know, oh, it doesn't go in the corner, it goes over here. All right, same thing with the drywall screws. So you can see a lot of my screws are in, strategically placed. Like these are my construction screws and these are my construction screws, but these are my short ones and these are my longer ones. We have cabinet screws over here, and these are like exterior trim screws, right? So if you're doing like decking and stuff like that, these are kind of my all-purpose. These are actually metal stud screws, but I use them kind of like an all-purpose, kind of like a drywall screw. And again, these are my other exterior coated, screw. I have some anchors that I always keep in here as well. And this is like my miscellaneous screws when I don't know where anything is, needed. And this is also where my bits are. I like this kit. This kind of kit comes with me by Rigid. It's really nice. And this is how I basically keep all my hardware clean. I standardize. I don't have like millions and millions of screws. I just throw all that crap away and I only have these. Now I do have some specialty stuff that I keep maybe in something like this. And this is more specialty. So this would be, like maybe longer cabinet screws, some aluminum stuff, some for hangers, I think these are for. These are more like nails. But this isn't my everyday. This is like specialty stuff. And then I have another one of them as well, where this is actually getting pretty thinned out, right? But I think the best way really to organize your screws is just not to have a billion of them. Pick your drywall screws that you need for your standard jobs. Pick your construction screws that you need for trim, for any kind of framing that you're doing or anything like that. Get a bin, something like this, the Rigid. And then if you get a Rigid box, you can get the other Packout boxes that it connects to. So if you ever need to go out on a job site or go work somewhere, you can bring this with you and everything kind of connects together. All right, so I like the Rigid. I think it's probably the best deal Packout boxes that are out there, better than everything, like better than Milwaukee and all that stuff. I just think they're just really nice boxes. But I think that's just one way. Maybe there's probably other ways you can organize your hardware and your screws. I'm Mike, Family Way TV. Please hit that subscribe button. Please give me a like and leave me a comment down below if you disagree with me or agree with me. I'm out.